at least ADD and ADHD. Okay? So, primary characteristics. What do you see with these kids? Alright? They are very fidgety, they're restless, they have a lot of restless behavior, their focus is not there most of the time. They're very impulsive in what they do. They have very poor social skills. They have a difficult time creating relationships, okay? Because they're the kid that's in and out and all over the place. And how do you interact with that kid that's here and then you turn your head and you're gone? All right? How do you become friends with that kid that's gone every time you turn around? All right? They have their challenges that this student's going to face in general in life. They tend to have low grades. They tend to have low test scores in school. They have poor organizational skills, poor study skills, feeling rejected by peers. Why is it important for you to know this as a martial arts instructor? Because these are the things that you're going to turn around and tell mom and dad, this is how I'm going to help you. Okay? This is what martial arts can help you specifically for your child with ADHD. Okay? I can help improve their organizational skills. I can help improve their study skills. Alright? What are you going to expect? What are you going to encounter? Your biggest challenge, oftentimes, in dealing with your ADD or ADHD child is they're medicated during the school day to help them stay focused, to stay on task, to do this. Guess what? You're getting them right as those medications are wearing off. Okay? So you're getting these kids without the medication. How do you deal with them when there's no medication left over? Alright? So, you're going to have to keep them busy. Okay? Keep them moving. They're going to have a difficult time staying in ready position. Alright? They're going to be distracted while the instructor's talking. Alright? They're going to be going all over the place. Chew me, forget it. That is just a thing that it doesn't happen, right? I can teach you how to make it happen. They can stand in chew me and they can stand still. And they can keep their eyes on the teacher. Alright? It is a possible thing to achieve for these guys. Alright? Their hands are constantly going. If nothing else, those hands and fingers are constantly fidgeting and moving and going all over the place. Well, if my hands are moving, then I'm certainly not in a good punching position. I'm certainly not holding a good judo. Okay, I'm certainly not holding any good type of hand technique. Alright? Difficulty waiting for class to start. Alright? Mom drops them off 10 minutes early. You've got chaos for 10 minutes before they finally get started. Alright? What are they going to do in the meantime? You've got to have a task for them to do. Whether that is, you've got a paper that has a stretching exercise program that says, here's your stretches, I want to see you doing them. Okay? Whatever it is, a task that they have to complete so that they're not just standing around. Because if they're standing around, they are creating problems for your front desk staff or for you to have to deal with. Small changes that you can make in class to include children and adults. Okay? ADD and ADHD is an adult too. It's not just a kid thing. Right? That is going to be specific to these guys. Is set your class goals and expectations from day one and stick to them. Okay? I told you some of the stuff that from that very first one-on-one lesson was going to come back. Okay? Here it is. This is where you set those rules. You set those rules in that very first one-on-one lesson. Okay? When the teacher's talking, this is how I expect you to stand. Right? What's the issue with these guys? It's their hands. They want to move them all the time, right? Okay? Well, guess what? You have a great asset for their hands to be kept busy on. Their belt. Okay? If you have an ADHD child that can't hold still, don't tell them Chew Me is here. Chew Me is hands on my belt. And that belt might be getting twisted up and moving around. But you know what? When my hands are moving, where can my eyes stay? My eyes can stay on my teacher. Do I really care that they're here? Or do I care that they're keep your class moving, okay? Make sure it's things that they're able to do. You give these kids something that is too hard for them, too complex, they don't understand it, okay? They're just going to get frustrated. They get frustrated, they're going to create chaos in their classroom, okay? This is where your one-on-one instructor becomes your huge asset, okay? If you're doing a technique that you need to do for your white belts, but it is frustrating your special needs student, this is where that junior instructor, that leadership team member is supposed to step in. And if he only gets 3 techniques done while everybody else does 10, who cares? He's starting to learn the technique. Because my junior instructor stepped in and slowed it down. Okay, let's break this down. Let's put our hand across our belly. Move it all the way up. Make sure your fist is tight. Turn your hand out. You know, whatever it is that you're working on, tell them. I don't care how many reps you get in. I care that they learn how to do it right. And if you only get halfway through the technique, while I get 10 reps in, oh well. Next class we'll get to the next part of it. Okay? Whenever possible, try to keep things in short bursts. The longer you stay on one individual topic with these guys, the harder it's going to be, okay? Think of your little dragons or your tiny tigers class. Think of your 5 and 6-year-olds. You got 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, you better be moving on to something different, okay? Does that mean that in 5 minutes I can't still be doing kata? No, but if I focused on stances for 5 minutes, now I got to focus on something else within the kata. Okay, I got to change it up somehow, because if I'm doing the same thing for more than 5 minutes, they're gone, okay? And when they're gone, their eyes are all over the place, they're trying to talk to the person next to them, they're creating chaos for your class, all right? If you have the space, if you have the ability, then when you go to set your white belts down or your yellow belts down, whatever their rank is, take that junior leadership team member that is with them, put them off into the corner, and let them work on their stuff, okay? Give them the corner of the classroom and let them stay up and moving rather than sitting. We don't sit well. We're restless. We're impulsive. We're going to be looking for something to pick at, tear at, create issues, want to talk, want to create problems for you. All right.